So you're thinking about moving to Fridley, Minnesota. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you around Fridley. I will take you through some neighborhoods, show you different price points and different properties so that you can get an idea and decide for yourself what may best fit with your budget. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you the best kept secret of the neighborhood. And we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything that there is to know about living in Fridley, Minnesota, you've come to the right place. Click the subscribe button, tap the bell for notifications, and smash that like button on the way in to be the first one to know about the current market in Fridley, Minnesota. My name's Garrett Hilton. We get calls and emails from people just like you every day thinking about or looking to make their move to Fridley, Minnesota. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All the information is below in the description. We'll be sure to help you make your move to Fridley a smooth one. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it's time to go take a look at those houses. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Fridley is a town that was founded or incorporated, if you will, in 1949. And it has maintained its modesty ever since. Prices are very reasonable. Lots are reasonably sized. Fenced backyards. Developed probably from the 1950s to the 1980s. Now there's a few infill neighborhoods that are around. Not too many. So definitely a community that is surrounded by newer construction. It was developed after North Minneapolis, after Columbia Heights, but before Brooklyn Park. The houses have stayed relatively, I would say, modest. For the most part, a very underwhelming community. It hasn't made a massive investment in the frills and thrills. Although, what really matters in the neighborhoods, from my perspective, is the people. The people, the families, and the fare, of course. F-A-R-E, fare. Food, if you're wondering. One of my major design staples is paint your house with a tannish beige, gray beige color, two colors, a trim color and a body color. And then accent with pictures, accent with art, accent with canvases, accent with lighting. It gives you an opportunity to have an artistic flair, but to not overwhelm people's brains as they walk into your house. It allows things to feel, it occurs to me, it allows people to feel safe, at home, and comfortable. Which, isn't that what we all want? I mean, really? Don't you think? But I digress. As I mentioned, today we're headed to Fridley, Minnesota, and we're going to be showing you around a couple of the neighborhoods. Well, like Melody Manor, for instance, or Jefferson Manor. Now that's Blaine. Jefferson Manor is Blaine. Yeah, that's right. Like Melody Manor. Innsbrook Village is another one. A couple of really great neighborhoods. There's many in the city of Fridley. I mean, Fridley's a nice town, so like all of them are nice, but just to name a couple. And we're going to be going through them today. I'll show you a couple of houses around that area. Price point averages between around $250K upwards of $450,000. I think I saw when I was looking at and setting up showings for you, the top house right now that's for sale is like $450,000. So definitely a more affordable community, and from my perspective, all the same amenities as Columbia Heights, Blaine, Brooklyn Center, Mounds View, New Brighton. Like they're all much the same. And of course with the classic one-story home. Or what was it again? You remember? Rambler. We'll be pulling up to the next house here in just a second. So stay tuned, and yeah, we'll be right back. Yet another beautiful home here in Fridley, Minnesota. Just wanted to pan around for you to be able to see it. Another one-story, or Rambler, that Fridley, Minnesota and Old Town Blaine are known for is function over form, right? Is that they were a one level. And why are one levels great? Because as you get above 30s, your knees, and you start thinking about that kind of stuff, like, do I really want to be traipsing up and down stairs? And you only got one set of stairs, which is kind of nice. All the bedrooms on the main level, and you've got 1 to 2 bathrooms on the main level, along with kitchen, dining, living room, with a family room down in the basement for maybe you could call it your rec room, or that's where we do movie night, things to that effect, right? I had mentioned a little bit about Fridley, is that there's very little new construction, and normally they're just infill properties. Let me ask yourself, what's an infill property? Well, for instance, see that house right there? That's been sitting next to a vacant lot for years. And finally, somebody buys it and they develop it, whether they put multiple homes on it or just one home. This is a prime example. And again, they did the really nice thing. They gave it a 2023 flair, meaning you've got a 3-car garage with multiple roof lines in it and kind of a cool front porchy area. But it's a single-story house, so it's in a neighborhood of like houses. And again, in Fridley, in Blaine, in the Twin City, a lot in the Twin City suburbs, you've got trails for miles that you can bike ride on, walk the dogs, rollerblade, and they also connect up to regional trails. And regional trails being directly connected to the trails right that kind of go along the Mississippi River. And it's just a great community. So that's all I'm saying. The neighborhoods, if you look, you've got nice lawns, nice cars out in the front yard, folks with heavily wooded lots with mature trees, which is always nice, especially during the summer. It provides extra cover and cool shade for Minnesota's rather warm summers. We have a pretty temperate climate. It's worth a mention that this town is not even 10 minutes from downtown, which is so cool because you have these big, comparatively, right? You have these big lots that have fenced backyards and swing sets, and you've got parks all around you so that you can go run the dogs, and there's multiple dog parks around Fridley. And again, as classic in Minnesota, you've got lakes, baby. So let's say goodbye and let's get on. One of the great things about being a realtor is being able to see and get to know all of the communities, all of the neighborhoods of Fridley, Minnesota. Now, one of the other surprising things are when you're looking at homes and one sells right under your nose. So that's why it's important to consider working with an agent that's experienced, that's been around the block, and can get you into just one more house that day. Perfect example is this place. It's in beautiful shape. It was an estate sale. Yep, it was an estate sale, and it sold last night at 10 p.m., meaning my showings that I set up today for you are a moot point, because if they sold it, you don't get to see it. So unfortunately, we don't get to walk into this one, but we get the benefit of looking at this beautiful neighborhood. You got pride of ownership. People taking care of their places, fixing them up, You're across the street from houses with a little more character and that, again, are really well taken care of. And you've got well-paved streets, curb and gutter. That's another important piece. Many of the communities in Fridley, Minnesota, the ones that don't have curb and gutter, if you buy a house in that neighborhood, you can plan on a big tax raise, property tax raise at some point, because they're going to put in curb and gutter. And that's another thing that's kind of neat about the communities that are a little bit older. They're established and not as much surprising property tax jumps for the year where you're kind of forced to have to pay to fix up the neighborhood, which is both good and bad from the perspective of finances, of course, because it always happens in a year where you weren't planning on getting a $2,000 increase in your taxes for the year or over the next 3 to 5 years. And generally, the majority of the communities, they make it much more affordable instead of kicking you in the pants. Like, they give you an option, right? They give you the option to be able to pay it over time, or you can go in one big hunk and eat the frog, so to speak. But that doesn't always have to be the case. At any rate, I digress. One of the other cool parts about Fridley, Minnesota is its proximity to downtown. It is within about, I think, 12 minutes of being actually in downtown. Not like just at the city limits of downtown Minneapolis, but actually in the thick of it. So, because a lot of folks will say like, oh yeah, it's like 25 minutes from downtown. Well, yeah, right at the edge of it. But if you actually get inside, it's still like another 7 minutes to actually get into it because you have all those lights just to get into downtown. So, another thing that's cool about Fridley is that, yeah, it's got a main vein that gets you right onto 94. 94 takes you right to downtown. So another one that's really cool. You got two options, actually. You can go Central, or you can go University Avenue Extension and hop onto I-94 from there. So another thing that's cool about Fridley. All right, let's head to our last one, shall we? Now, in this particular neighborhood, and this one is right along the shores of the Mississippi River, one of the cool little things about Fridley, Minnesota is around every little nook and cranny, there's something pretty exciting. And thought we'd just give you a little pan around of the neighborhood. One of the neat things that I'm going to show you right after this is that right there. Mississippi River Regional Trail. All of these older communities in and around the Twin Cities suburbs, right? At least, especially around Central Avenue, were all developed in the 50s and 60s. And at the time, when they were building these communities, the parks and the trails really, really mattered. And they've got some really, really cool arcs, angles, small bridges, and it's something really nice for those that want to be able to jog and bike. And the cool part about this community is that you're right off the Mississippi River, which is totally badass because, oh my gosh, who doesn't want to be on the water? I mean, look at some of the homes that are peeking out. And we're talking under 500,000, guys, for some of these homes. Just phenomenal. The place we're going to look at has a very unassuming front, but with like a 1970s California style flair. Pretty cool, right? I mean, my opinion was you should put some white trim on it, maybe make it pop a little bit more, or put an orange door on the front. But then again, it's really none of my business how people do it. If I was the buyer, that's what I would do. So one of the many things that can be irritating as a realtor is trying to find a lockbox. This one is on the back of the garage. So come on, let's go check it out. Oh man, just wait till I turn around. Check out that view. Oh, so cool. You can see the whole river from your backyard. So cool. And that's exactly what I'm talking about in this Fridley, Minnesota community, that these types of neighborhoods are just tucked back, and they're just so cool. And they're right within the residential area to make it really, really easy for commute, and to be able to, or they strategically built the neighborhoods really well to make it so you're like literally 2 minutes from everything. It's freaking awesome. This one, again, in late 80s, late 70s, early 80s fashion. You got your traditional kitchen. Almost even looks like the original fridge. So this is an estate sale, and in some of these older homes that are in these areas, it's really cool because they got some neat old tech that back in the day, whoo, it was pretty posh. Like that. It's a radio. Check that out. Woo! And it's an intercom system as well. From the Sears Roebuck Company. Anyway, so dining room. Oh, it's just so cool. Look at that open fireplace. Dude, so neat. So neat. Let's get a look at these bedrooms, shall we? You go up 3 easy stairs. You have another set. This is a 4-level split. Bedroom 1. And again. Here, let's get up really close. Sears intercom. So great. A little seating area right at the top of the first set of stairs for a desk. And, oh man, classic late 80s bathroom. Compact. Nothing super fancy. Just really simple, out of date, but an estate sale nonetheless. So it's basically a house that's virtually been untouched for years, since it was new. It feels like, I mean, it doesn't smell brand new, but mostly everything looks brand new. And what do we got here? Oh, wow, cool. So there's the view of your front yard. That's kind of neat, right? Right at the top of the stairs. Pretty cool. And an absolutely gorgeous view of the river. And so maybe you can get a better perspective. Holy cats. That's awesome, right? Oh my goodness. Tons of stuff in the pantry. The original schematics of when the house was built. Super custom. This is all built-ins for shoes. It looks to be really good size walk-in closet. Awesome. And the stairs right at the top. What's this? Neat little beat built in. Wait a minute now. Oh, cool. Is there a light? There is. And they had that for storage up there. That's so wicked awesome. Oh, goodness. It's just this cool little hidden nook area. Oh, that's so awesome. And it looks like stairs so that you get a spot. Whoa. So you get a spot for your foot. Next step up to go into there. That's pretty wicked. All right, so let's take you through the master. Well, this is one of the masters actually too. It's one of the larger of the bedrooms. There we go. We'll take you outside. Always, I'm sure this is in every state, but man, always with the thing blocking the sliding glass door. Oh, that probably wasn't opened very often. Something I want to note is the neighbors. Just absolutely tremendous pride of ownership. It looks like they've got a set of stairs down to the water. And there you have it. Right in the middle of everything. Absolutely breathtaking views of the river. And in such a modest, affordable city. It's just a great city. It's just awesome. Just like Fridley. Just cool. I always knew I loved Fridley. But it being on the edge of the river like that, it's kind of cool. Because you got plenty of properties like this that do have the frontage. They're more rare, of course, but still. Nevertheless, being in a community like this that has cheaper taxes and still has all the amenities that all the other suburbs have, it's a phenomenal, phenomenal city. Great property. Really, really great property. Super inspiring. And as usual, we shut off all the lights as we go through, or rather, we shut off all the lights as we're exiting. Back one more quick view of the kitchen. Very simple and efficiently laid out. They probably weren't huge on cooking. Oh, there's another bathroom? Cool, look at that. And as promised, I was going to show you the best kept secret of Fridley, Minnesota. Well, here it is. Vintage and Antique Mall. Sweet. What's really neat about it is that it is exactly that. It's a collective. So you have a bunch of people that have their own exhibits and that they get to create their own style and flair in that exhibit, right? And it's all their stuff. And they've got barcodes and all of that. So it's easy to inventory. There isn't a bunch of negotiation. It's super simple and it's super, super affordable. So everybody, say hi to Gavin. That's right. Wild Vintage Collective. Like I said, he wasn't even sure. He works here and he didn't know the name. I did. Thanks, Gavin.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, guys. So the vintage shop is the grand part of the entire tour in the first place. And just to, if anything, to accentuate the friendliness of Fridley. Did you get that? Friendly, Fridley, Minnesota? Absolutely. But we're going to walk through really quick, show you a couple of the sections, but I'm not going to show you everything because I want you to come on down and check them out. It's a simple place. We can even actually, we're going to get their QR code right there. Zap them. Find the location. All things antiques, baby. It's almost like they have miles of themed rooms. Absolutely amazing. Almost, you get lost in it. It's like miles of cool vintage stuff. Beautifully placed. Tetris all in. Priced, barcoded, beautifully inventoried. Absolutely beautifully inventoried. Coupled with a couple of other stores, they've got some really, really good things to look at, to reminisce about, maybe purchase something that, I don't know, that your grandma had in an estate sale and you didn't get a chance to say or tell your other family members, but that was the thing that you remembered about her and you wanted to take that home. You can do that here. For instance, they've even got a Christmas corner, which is pretty cool. Love that, right? Pretty wicked awesome. And we're coming up on another little sneak peek I wanted to show you. Hey, and part 3 of this surprise is Factory Direct Mattress. Right outside the vintage store, right by the Monkey Coffee Shop. Oh my gosh, dude. Seriously, you can't get more of a trifecta than this. So, come on, let's go check it out.
Hey, Garrett.
Good morning. How are you, Anthony?
Doing good. How are you?
Everybody, this is the owner, Anthony Cardinal of, Factory Direct Mattress. I'm not really good with these company names, but I want to make sure that you guys hear that. So it's Factory Direct Mattress. Is that right?
Yep, located in Fridley.
Friendly Fridley, Minnesota. Remember how I said how friendly they are? Doesn't this guy look friendly? I think so. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Tell us, what is your cheapest mattress here?
Well, it depends on the size that you're looking for. If you're looking for a twin mattress, we have this setup right here. Mattress is a firm, and it would go for $159 before tax. Yeah.
Dude, that's cheap money.
That's right.
What else do you got?
We have a whole lineup of different mattresses, so whether you're looking for something firm, something pillow top, a combination of the two, or we do have a lineup of some foam mattresses as well.
Foam mattresses, what does that mean?
That means they're all foam. They come in a box directly from the factory, and you don't have to wait for delivery from myself or from my factory. It'll come right to your door. And
So what you're saying is that I don't got to order it from Nest and it comes in 6 weeks?
Nope, it comes right from me, and it's about 2 to 3 weeks out right about now.
Okay.
Yeah. We also have
That's better than 6 weeks.
We also have these two for the higher end. This one competes with the Stearns and Foster, and this one would compete. I'm sorry. This one would compete with the Stearns and Foster. That one would compete with the Black Beauty Rest. Both of them, with our pricing, you'll pay just about half of what you would for the name brand.
Whew! See, I like saving money. I don't know about you. This guy, he likes saving money. He likes saving customers money. So come on down, check out the vintage store, come see the mattress store, stay for some coffee. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for hanging out till the end. Make sure on your way out to hit subscribe, tap that notification bell so that you get all the newest and latest and greatest that I'm going to send to you from Fridley and the Twin Cities suburbs. We'll see you guys. Stay classy.